The rainforest gives us air to breathe. In every cow-absorbing leaf. Don't cut it down, says the law. So they set the fires and say, aha, and then collect their money from me and burn more and more and more as we eat and eat and eat. How much you ask just one person per day? The answer is 35 square feet. My name is Choong Hon Bin. I'll just read you a poem entitled The Planet Lungs by Rhonda Mazar. This is a poem about veganism and deforestation. People often confuse vegetarianism with veganism. Being a vegan is different from being a vegetarian. Vegetarians only avoid meat, while vegans avoid all animal products including dairy and eggs. You might ask, why should I care about veganism? The answer is simple. Veganism could be the key to restoring the environment. Hence, in this presentation, I will share how animal agriculture is causing deforestation and greenhouse gas emissions, and how veganism helps. Do you know that animal agriculture is responsible for the deforestation of Amazon rainforest? If you don't, let's look at the picture published from Simple Happy Kitchen in 2020. 349 meters square of land was used to produce 100 grams of lamb and beef protein. Assume that in a town of 9,000 people and 3/4 of them consume meat. When there's a demand for meat, deforestation to build an animal farm will happen as it requires a large space to graze the animals. According to Scientific Media article in 2019, this expansion has caused between 3.5 to 7 billion trees to be cut down each year. Simply put, we are not just eating meat, but we are also contributing to the extinction of other animals. Not just that, animal agriculture is causing greenhouse gas emissions. Before we get into that, we need to understand what greenhouse gas is. An article from United States Environmental Protection Agency published in 2021 says that greenhouse gas is gases that trap heat in the atmosphere and are the cause of making the planet warmer. Fertilizer, land use, and water are required in animal agriculture, and it produces greenhouse gas emissions, say Marco Springman, senior researcher on environmental sustainability and public health at the University of Oxford. Talking about just the animals themselves, they produce methane, which is the gas they produce while they digest their food. And methane is a greenhouse gas too. In the long run, these greenhouse gases emissions will cause forest fires and melting glaciers that cause the rising of sea level and lead to natural disasters like floods, and at worst, triggering tsunamis. So, what does veganism have to do with this? According to Truth or Draw, veganism helps to reduce the clearance of plants and trees. Hence, less land is needed for animal-based food production and less deforestation, resulting in more land and trees. Besides, consuming less animal products means less animal farms. Making animal farm less is a huge improvement to help reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. As you can see from the graph from the Environmental Working Group, green indicates how much greenhouse gas emissions from the farm production, and red indicates the post-production including transportation, cooking, and so on. Farm production has more greenhouse gas emission than post-production of animal products. You might argue, doesn't meat have the most protein? Ladies and gentlemen, I have put two pictures on the desk. Can you guess which one has the most protein? Raise your hand if you think the answer is steak. Well, you might be wrong about that. Please look at the picture I'm showing. By consuming the same calories, broccoli has higher protein than steak and less cholesterol. In the end, what I'm trying to say is that being a vegan is beneficial to our health and the environment. It is impacting the environment by reducing deforestation and greenhouse gas emissions. We are the young generation who should be upset about the world our parents left us. We can either be part of the solution or be part of the problems. So let our voice be heard and the revolution begins. Thank you for listening.